Us right now, first on CNBC, is UnitedMasters founder and CEO Steve Stoute. And Steve, it's great to have you here today. This is a big move for independent artists, independent musicians. And before we get into Apple's connection with this, which is a huge headline, why don't you just explain to people what it is to do you do? Because you used to be with the record labels with Sony Music. Now you are somebody who is there making sure independent artists have their own voice and they get to control the rights to their music while they get promoted. How does it work?
Well, so UnitedMasters is a independent music platform. It's sort of a record company in your pocket, in fact. And it allows artists to go right from their bedrooms through their iPhone or Android device and get their music distributed on music streaming platforms around the world. It makes it very simple. And during this entire process, they retain their rights. Whereas typically record companies, you sign to a record company in order to find an audience. An artist actually finds an audience today on their own before they find a record company. And I believe firmly that they shouldn't sign away their rights, their intellectual property, just because they want a record deal.
It used to be that artists had to do that. It was the only way they would get attention. But this is a real business now. I think of more than $1 billion market. A lot of that coming probably because of the pandemic. It looked like the numbers were up pretty sharply, with revenue up maybe 27% in 2020 for these independent artists. And just the number of artists who are going independent instead of with a record label, up something like 34% last year. How much was this fast forwarded by the pandemic?
I think the pandemic played a role in accelerating many businesses that were digitally based, given the circumstances that we were in, and we're still, trying to find our way out of. But it was growing steeply prior to that. What makes me feel great about this is that independent music is the fastest growing segment in the music business, and that we now have the backing of Apple allows us to offer promotion and marketing and technical advances that can give artists and prepare them for everything that's coming next in the future. There's a gigantic shift taking place in the music industry today. And the fact that we're in the forefront of that shift with UnitedMasters, I'm very proud to talk about that this morning.
So this investment from Apple is more than just money that they're giving you? There's going to be a partnership where they are cross-promoting some of your artists too?
Well, you know what happens is typically artists that are independent don't feel like they have the same opportunities as the artists that are signed to legacy labels. This is going to sort of give every artist the same opportunity, democratize the music business for that matter. So yes, you're going to see a lot of cross promotion and marketing that comes from Apple with UnitedMasters artists. Not that they're not going to do it with every other artist, but it now gives us an opportunity to allow our artists to get the same promotion and marketing as artists that are on major labels. So this is going to create an option where you can go one route and retain your rights forever through UnitedMasters, or you can sign with a legacy record company and sign your rights away. I mean, you can choose and still have the same level of promotion and opportunity.
Well, Steve, that's what I was going to ask. Hey, it's Andrew here. How does the promotion? It's great to see you. How does the promotion piece of this all work? Because one of the things that the record labels have done for all these years that you used to do was you were one of the great promoters and marketers of the careers of some of these artists very early on. And this changes that dynamic because the artist has to do it themselves, but now hopefully in partnership with an Apple. Obviously, you did that deal, which we had you on, where we talked about TikTok, people doing this stuff, going direct to the consumer. But what are they going to need to get that push? So,
Andrew, first of all, great seeing you as well. The fact of the matter is that MTV, what MTV was as a music promotion vehicle, has been replaced with social media. TikTok and Instagram are the new MTV. And you take a company like Apple, they're the new record store / radio. So this is where discovery happens, and this is where the promotions happen. Artists are using their social media. They're the best at marketing themselves. And whether it's memes or dance challenges that I hope you're not taking part of, those things coming together is what promotes an artist and it's the launching pad to get artists known in the hearts and minds of today's youth. So the fact of the matter is that they're already doing this marketing promotion. Typically, as I said, that an artist, a legacy, back in the day, an artist, in order to find his or her audience, had to sign to a record company. Now they're finding their audience prior to signing to a record company. So I never understood why they needed to sign. Technology has done a lot to change the music experience for the fans. Now we're going to use technology to change the economics for the artist.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.